Hi channel. Been a while since my last video. Well, really not really, but my last videos with some narration to it. I've been busy moving, which I've been also busy complaining about earlier with my rudder pedals not being properly mounted, etc. Well, I haven't moved yet, so the troubles aren't over. However, they are soon to be over, and we are in the process of getting out of this apartment. So this might be my last flight for, maybe a bit more of a week or so. But hopefully it will be for the better once I get to my new place and I get to set up a proper sim station where I can tie the rudders down. So quickly go over the flight plan today. We're back in the A2A Skyline, and we are continuing our OpenLC US tour. Last time we went from New Orleans up to Falls River in Louisiana, and today I want to continue further up north towards Vicksburg, which is in Mississippi, it seems, just barely. And we are gonna go up the river, and we're gonna cross over Angola and the big penitentiary. And I couldn't help but go to this, type in this intersection called Fisty. Great name. I don't know. I see stupid names on the charts. I have to go there, and we're gonna go from there. We're gonna go on further on up alongside the Mississippi through the Natchez Adams County VOR. And from there on up to Vicksburg and the Vicksburg to Tulare Regional, which is, I believe, a Orbex freeware airport. So finally we get a bit better scenery. That's gonna be our second stop in Mississippi. Our first one was down here in the south of Mississippi, and it might also be the last one in Mississippi. From there on up, we're gonna go into Arkansas and work our way up to Memphis. As I've mentioned before, and I've done some touch and go flights with this plane, I'm still waiting for the tires to fail. They seem to last forever, but maybe they'll fail this flight. It'll be interesting to see. I also, which is also kind of interesting, my engine it's still running well, but the compression results are lower than they used to be. So, and if you look here, it says like running well. It's not the same sort of like imperfect shape that we've had before. So it's fairly heavily loaded. I have 2 passengers on board me and some full tanks of gas. Careful not to flood the engine. I'm just gonna get this bird started basically, because we have a long way to go. It's 100 miles. I can talk en route. Good start. So let's get the
TOGS system test okay.
Fisty, and then the VOR was called HEC. Natchez, and from there we're gonna go up to KTVR. That is the flight plan. Yeah, we can. I haven't updated my GTN. I totally forgot about that. That has an update, doesn't it? I haven't. So this is still the old one. I don't know what the new thing was, but I think it's got some updated waypoints and things like that. Love the GTN.
Kilo Kilo Hotel Zulu Romeo Airport information Charlie 2152 Zulu weather wind 103 at 5 visibility 10 sky clear temperature 29er dew point 14 altimeter 3013 advise on initial contact you have information Charlie Kilo Hotel Zulu Romeo Airport information Charlie 2152 Zulu weather wind 103 at 5 visibility 10 sky clear temperature 2.
That's not so bad. Low wind. Yeah, relatively low wind. Let's see. I'm just gonna line up my joystick with my plane. I can turn off the internal lights. I don't need them now. I used them for my last fight, where we got caught out by the night, basically. Let's see. So we will. The sun's coming in from the east. Well, I guess we should take south. We're gonna have pretty much a straight-on crosswind here.
Romeo traffic 7 November 995 Charlie Sierra is taxiing to runway 18 Kilo Hotel Zulu Romeo.
Yeah, so if you've been watching my channel though, even though I've not been narrating, I've been flying a lot of PMDG and Q400 flights, which are great. I really do love flying those planes. It just takes a bit long to set up these shorter flights here with them. So I kind of find it more fun to fly the Q400 in Norway than in the US, because Norway has a bunch of airfields that are basically designed for small turboprops. America seems to either have bigger, more, I don't know, bigger airports or a lot of smaller airports. And since I'm trying to fly the Orbex freeware, a lot of them are smaller. So once again, we find ourselves in the skyline, but I love the skyline. So that's cool. So what's new in flight sim? I feel like it's very sort of lately. I feel like things are kind of slow. Very little things that are coming out. I guess everything's sort of waiting for Christmas. I'm really excited about the new Innsbruck by Orbex. I'm super excited about that. I forgot the setting already. 326 was it? Really excited about the new Innsbruck, and very, very excited about that. And I'm very excited about the new FS Labs A320. I never found an Airbus that I like to fly in flight sim, but that one seems interesting. As well as, what else am I excited about? Oh, I'm super excited about the 727 and the new Queen of the Skies. I think there's going to be a lot of airliners here once those things come out. So we're gonna.
Hotel Zulu Romeo traffic 7 November 995 Charlie Sierra taking off runway 18 departure to the north Kilo Hotel Zulu Romeo.
We're gonna depart south here, climb to about an altitude of about 500 feet, then do a straight out left-hand turn to course. We're gonna keep an eye on that left crosswind. It's not too strong, but it is there. I'm gonna use the rudder and ailerons. Get the crosswind under control. See, it's pushing us to the side. Get the plane trimmed. Retract the flaps and trim for 90 knots. maintain the southerly heading. 400 feet, there's the Mississippi. 100 knots. And I think it's okay, we'll turn left here. Now we passed 500 feet. We'll go east, and then we'll go north, and then we'll come back and intercept the course that we've set for ourselves. I think I want to cruise too high. Last time we cruised at 1500 feet, and I thought that was pretty great. We had a low cloud base at that point, but it's fun to fly, not to fly too high with the Cessnas and the GA aircraft, especially in this landscape where you have all these rolling hills, low rolling hills. Really, man, I'm amazed at how good it looks down here. Really excited to see if Angola is modeled at all. That's I think it is a huge building. I guess it's a federal prison, right? It's famous all the way in Norway, so it must be. I bet it's not nothing. I bet it's not a place you want to be. Wow. Look at that. Huh? Looks great. Yeah. Yeah, we'll bring the manifold pressure down to the green bar. And we'll take our props back to about 85%. We're at 1500 feet now, which is what I want to do. And we'll also trim the mixture back to about 75, I think. There we go. Crossing back over the airfield. Just try and get a nice cruise setup. So last time I was really anxious to see if there was some boat traffic on the Mississippi, and all I could see so far were these ferries here, which I think are default to prepared. I really wanted some of Henrik Nielsen's AI ship traffic. That's pretty much my favorite freeware add-on of all time. I think it's amazing. But there was no such thing as riverboat traffic, I guess, so far. I could be wrong, but too bad. That would be so cool, because Mississippi's pretty awesome in real life, I guess. It's a huge river. I'm a really big fan of huge rivers, but it doesn't, I have to say, it's not as impressive in the sim as I think it might be in real life. Cool to see boats stop at different cities and stuff. Going up the river. Okay, so I think we've caught our radial here. It's going off to 50. What a dumb name. And it's in the south too. Weird name for a waypoint, guys. Weird name for a waypoint. Yeah, I've been experimenting lately with sparse supergrid sampling, the AA. I've talked about it before, but I have some more experience with it now. I think in general on the GTX 1070 it works really well with 4x sparse grid supersampling, but in certain situations it doesn't work really well. Like I just recently uploaded a little recording here of me flying from Tallinn in forgot to turn on my nav lights. And from Tallinn to Stockholm. Siki Designs Tallinn to Orbex Arlanda, Stockholm. And really nice, smooth 30 frames in the PMG NGX almost the whole way until I got to Stockholm, where there was a really thick layer of overcast clouds. And at that point the GPU gets swamped. It's pretty much the only thing that seems to swamp the GPU though. Like, if you look outside, I have all the shadows that I can turn on turned on, and It's I don't think it doesn't seem to face things at all. Let's see if I can start the GPU-C here, so you can see how heavily it's impacting us. 79% GPU load, that's with everything else on. And the only thing that seems to bring it to 99% or 100% is shadows. No, clouds, I mean, with sparse grid super sampling. If I turn off the AA, it all goes away. So what I do at this point is I run with 4 times super grid sparse super sampling, or whatever it's called, sparse grid super sampling. And if I run into troubles, I just turn off AA altogether, and from within the sim I don't have to go and mess around with the NVIDIA expector, and everything and my frame rate shoot back up. Since I'm running 1440p on my 27-inch monitor, that works pretty well. It's not too bad. I can handle it for the short periods of time that it's usually the short periods of time where this happens. But yeah, actually I do really like it. I think it makes the sim look pretty damn good. Like in some of my earlier videos, I don't know how well this translates to YouTube, but this line here, for instance, around the 6-pack would be very shimmery and aliased, and now it's pretty smooth altogether. Pretty smooth. So if we refer to our charts, which we should, the penitentiary, Angola, is right up here between 2 lakes on the left side of the river, just past what is a little private airfield. So, oh, here's another ferry dock. Also, another ferry crossing of the river. So there are surprisingly few bridges crossing the Mississippi, I must say. I was expecting there to be a lot of those. Yeah, so there's no prison modeled. Oh, that's sad. Well, I guess a prison is sad in general, but I was kind of hoping to see a big structure here. Factory or something, at least. Ah, too bad. I think, I know OpenLC is not sort of meant for that in a sense, but I do really sort of like that way of thinking about Orbx products, that they help me visually navigate real world charts. And so I do think things like prisons and other buildings that are marked on the chart should be added, or should be, maybe there should be a separate product, like a POI product. I guess there are POI products, but not for America. Might be too much. Kind of interesting. That's a weird ground texture. Huh. That's very different. Is that rock? Guess it's rock. It is a rock. Curious. That makes me want to check that out in Google Maps. See what it looks like in real life. See how accurate it is. Not really. The wooded areas, though, seem to be. And all the little lakes out on here. And the penitentiary is smaller than I thought. It's funny how they put it right next to the border to Louisiana. No, Mississippi. Let's see what this actually looks like. It's pretty close. Yeah, so we're flying the Kenny Powers. November 9er 5 Charlie Sierra. Kenny Powers. The lovely Greyhound paint. Love this plane. Pretty great. Yeah. Nice thing about this is we're flying towards the VOR, so we can easily tune it. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put it in our nav 2 here, so we can use the GPS on our nav 1 and the VOR on the nav 2. It was 110 basically. $18 degrees. Why don't we put this to 18 degrees too, since we are technically going to the same place. I didn't catch the message it was giving me, or I don't know if it even did give me a message. But it seems about right. And I think that is Mississippi. We are in Mississippi State. This is the right side of the river here is Mississippi. Fall is starting to set. I did a flight in Norway too, from Tromsø to Alta, and winter is starting to happen up northern Norway. There's lots of snow on the mountains. Very pretty to fly up there right now. I think I'll try and lean the engine. A bit more. And we get close to cowl flaps. We don't need them. This should give us a couple more knots. And yeah, we have good temperature inside the cockpit. $22 degrees outside. That's beautiful. In Norway, it's like 2 degrees outside right now. Really cold. This time of year, one should go to Mississippi. Check it out. A little bit of wind there. Yeah. Little bit of wind. Not too much though. Bit more wind now. So we're gaining some altitude too. Man, I'm not paying attention. Too tired to do this. It's a problem with these streams. I have to wait until it's really late so I can get some, so I can record some audio, and I'm just too tired to fly at this point. At least to fly properly. Flying like a... Yeah, not flying properly. Let's tune into the ATC and see if we can get some, keep some company there. There's some traffic out there. I really should replace all these default planes with some more optimized models. I'm running Ultimate Traffic GA just a little bit. It's really not enough to do anything for me. I hate tweaking that program at this point. I've spent way too much time doing it, and now recently I read that there was an Ultimate Traffic 3 or something in development, and I just wish someone would update that interface and make it work the way it should work, because it just takes too much time to update and change models, and everything is a waiting game. It's just horrific. Dealing with AI is just terrible. I hate how AI developers, freeware people, put down so much time and effort into their files, but they make them so difficult to use for people. Like, the only way to do it is to use standard flight plans. Why can't they? I don't know. Why couldn't we? I don't understand how it violates people's copyright to convert those flight plans into Ultimate Traffic 2 flight plans, for instance, and release traffic flags for that. I just don't understand what the problem is. It's a program that really works, that's great, but to update it and add new flight plans and models, every single one of us has to put down like 50 hours of work. That's crazy. Couldn't we share those files? I know that you copyrighted them and that you don't want people to take credit for your work, but come on, share it in a format that's usable for people. Don't make people jump through that many hoops. It's so stupid. It's killing the whole... it's terrible. I've seen like developers, or they call themselves developers, like Sky AI, right? That literally download and combine all these packs of traffic files and models and repaints, and they combine it into one big installer that does everything for you. And sure, I understand part of the problem of this. I understand why some of you feel like they're just ripping off your work, but that is that is how, when you talk about people who you're making this for, that is the most enjoyable, easy way for people to download and use what you're making. Why do you make it so hard? Why do you insist on everybody downloading individual files, installing individual files, downloading individual flight plans, individual models, individual repaints, putting them into folders, modifying the TXT files? Why does it have to be that difficult? Why can't we pool our resources and make good traffic add-ons for everybody? Why do you insist on hoarding or protecting your files to the point of them being unusable? I don't know. This really annoys me. It really annoys me. Basically, I think Ultimate Traffic 2 is the best program, the AI traffic program, because it doesn't give me too much traffic. It has some sort of limiter to the traffic, and if I dial down normal traffic, it just seems to sort of almost cut it off alphabetically. So I'll get like 10% air traffic, sure, but it'll all be American Airlines or something. A lot of the smaller, more interesting, tough stuff goes away. If I dial down Ultimate Traffic 2, it seems to sort of remove traffic in a more interesting pattern. I still have an interesting mix of planes and airlines flying to my bigger airports. Anyways, so that's why I use Ultimate Traffic 2. It's not because they're the most accurate, but because they have the best repaints. They have the best repaints of the commercial programs, but I know that they are the same repaints and same models that World of AI uses. World of AI is better than Ultimate Traffic 2. It's just way more intensive on your system. I don't have the system to run it, and I don't think anyone does. I don't know. I just wish there was somebody out there that could, you know, give me the modified files, make it easier for me to update my Ultimate Traffic 2 with some decent files. Or when Ultimate Traffic 3 comes out, I hope, make that easy to use. And add GA, and add military AI, add all the other things. Really, that's so want that. We need that. AI traffic is a joke. It's just so annoying to deal with. Like, it can be really good, but it's so annoying to deal with. Does it have to be that way just because everybody wants their name to be put in some readme file? Can't we make one big readme file with everybody's name? It's a bad user experience, you guys. Anyways, rant over. It really annoys me. It doesn't make sense to me. In my day job, I'm a user experience designer, and it's literally one of the worst user experiences I know of is updating AI traffic files. It does not work, and it's just so tedious, and even if it did work, it would take forever because there's so much of it. And it's just some sort of weird pride. I don't know. I love how this plane looks. I've really gotten so fond of this repaint too. I think it's very cool. Very cool. So it'll be interesting to see if this is the day where the tires fail. I doubt it, but it could happen. If it is, that'd be kind of funny, because tomorrow is, I'm actually putting winter tires on my car tomorrow, so it's sort of a weird coincidence. I guess what we have here is a bridge, huh? We have a bridge. Let's see what that is. So we have gone up the road. We are in Natchez. There is a bridge, and it's the 425. Oh, here is. Look here. Is that a paddle boat? Yes, that's a paddle boat. How cool! See, man, how cool would that not be if there was paddle boats and barges and little boats? And look at how much stuff there is going up the Mississippi. Quite a lot of tugs and barges. Look at all that. That's cool. That would be cool if the sim had that. I think, wow, that's actually like a model bridge of some sort. Two standard bridges and one massively oversized bridge model. Doesn't look terribly realistic, but what the hey? What the hey? I guess that's Natchez Airfield. Natchez County Airport. Kind of interesting. Look at that on the left, on the Louisiana side. There's tons of farms. On the Mississippi side, there's tons of forest, right? Creepy forest. Looks like some good hunting country. Anyways, going up to Vicksburg, past over all this forest. I guess we can pretty much follow the highway too. See this highway? Goes all the way up to Vicksburg. And our airfield is up here somewhere. It's a cool little industrial park there, huh? Look at that. Biofuels, refinery. Lots of eddies and backwaters. Vicksburg National Military Park. Where is Vicksburg? Oh, it's on the other side. So it's right here, Vicksburg, Tallulah. Okay. Okay. We're getting to run off course a little bit. Left to 017. Pretty much just maintain the heading. We're not gonna get a beat on the VOR yet anyway, because we're too close to it. So, you know, this differential here, we're in this shorter distance, we're quite far away off the VOR, but once we get further north, we're gonna, if we maintain this heading, we're not gonna be that far off. Yeah, right now I'm a little bit regretting taking this plane again. I think the next one will have to be the faster twin engine stuff, because this is still a little bit too slow. And just, you know, it just keeps sucking me back with those failing wheels that I want to fail. I want them to fail. Let's see. 15 minutes left to get there. Yeah, what else am I excited about in Flight Sim? I'm excited about the new Lukla coming out from Aerosoft. I think that looks really, really interesting. What else? What else has been in development that I know about? Like I said, I'm excited about Innsbruck. think I'm excited about the Nice region actually. I think I'm gonna go ahead and buy the Just Sim Nice, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and buy that, and also a bunch of European airports. Like I want to buy maybe Geneva and Zurich and Klagenfurt and some of the other Austrian stuff. So I'm gonna get sort of fill in the Alps, southern France, northern Italy type region down to Rome, because that could be a lot of fun little flights, a lot of bigger flights. And then we'll see what to do with the 747 when that comes out. Where am I going to fly it? That is my big question. I don't really particularly enjoy long haul, but I think it can be fun, right? Like it can be fun, but I need some good airports to fly into, with some interesting approaches set for that bird. I kind of feel like a lot of the bigger airports have very sort of safe and boring and predictable approaches, and like Kai Tak seems really really interesting. I might get Flight Tempo Kai Tak. I don't have that. What else could be really interesting? Like maybe, yeah, Zurich I think would be great with the jumbo, and as for probably a bunch of other airports. Like people, if you have some good recommendations for where to go with the jumbo jet, then let me know. Preferably something with some terrain around, with some turning descent. I love that sort of circling to land type stuff. I think that's fantastic. I've been watching. I'm also really excited about Airline to Sim's 777 program. I love Airline to Sim. They were the ones who got me back into flight sim with their Majestic programs. The first one was fantastic, and I think the 777 program looks really interesting and inspiring. Like they always make me want to go out and do flights in a different way than I normally do them, and that's cool when you get to do something new in the simulator because someone showed you an interesting thing to do with it. As I also mentioned before, I'm super excited about Chase Plane, because this thing here, I mean, it's nice, but it's just such a pain in the A to set up. And so yeah, I've set it up a little faster now, but you see when I try and use it smoothly, it's just, I think it gets a little jerky from time to time. I know I can smooth it out. I just haven't, but yeah, I just want something better. I really am interested in the idea of using the Xbox 360 controller as a camera controller, as well as the effects. Seems really good. They seem really good. They seem interesting and realistic, and not just repetitive and yeah, identifiable like these ones are. The shake and shudder and all that stuff, I mean, you know. Look at that though. P-Tato's great. Really fantastic. It's brought such new life into the simulator. Oh, that's a nuclear power plant. Grand Gulf Nuclear Station. So I guess that is Vicksburg up there, right? Or close to it anyway, yeah. That is Vicksburg, in that bend. So it goes up like this, and then there's another bend. Going back and back. Okay, so it's a bit further up. It's not. That's not Vicksburg. I I take it back. It's further up. Yeah, not a whole lot of traffic around here. Just doing the right center though, I guess. We might hear some of it. Let's tune the ADF. It seems to be directly aligned with the runway. Yeah, there we go. It's got a, yeah, north-south runway, pretty straightforward. Left traffic pattern.
Skywest 5056, wind near flight level.
At 100 feet.
Skywest 5056.
Hard surface 5,000 feet. Left traffic pattern. It's even got a localizer. Should we turn the localizer? Let's do that. It's fun. Let's tune that. Let's set the GPI to VLOC and let's set the course to 360 degrees, which is same as 0 degrees. And we will get ready for so the interesting thing here is, like, you will now see this if we set this to 5.9 or whatever it is, the course that we're holding, so this will be tuned with the north heading, which is pretty much soon when we should catch the localizer. Seems pretty much dead on to me already. Yeah, see, there we go. There goes the localizer. And their ADF is tuned. It's kind of, I love how the ADF needle is wobbling like that. That's pretty cool. Considering the ADF is a much less accurate instrument than the VOR, the localizer is. So I don't. So this, as far as I understand, sort of these, the heading selector, you tune that to the heading you're going. So right, we're currently going at a course of 352, and because we do that, then we can see what heading the ADF is. So now the heading, we're going 352 and it's at a bearing of 8. So if we move to a bearing of 8 or whatever, then this will be right smack bam in the center. It's 2. Anyway, something like that. This doesn't really. This is kind of just use. It's just a reference for the arrow, for the needle. That points directly to the ADF at any case.
Turn right, heading 275. Resume on navigation. Climb and maintain level 350, southwest 4077.
Kilo, Victor, Kilo, Sierra, airport information, Delta 2155, Zulu, weather, wind 001 at 4, visibility 10, sky clear, temperature 292.10, altimeter 3014. Advise on initial contact, you have information, Delta. Kilo, Victor, Kilo, Sierra, airport information.
Yeah, so we're heading north. We're gonna go straight in here. Pretty basic. So I'm sort of tempted. I'm always tempted to slam it down to see if that helps ruin the tires. Helps ruin the tires. But at the same time, I wonder if it does ruin the tire. If that's what's gonna make it. I don't know if that's the wrong thing to do. So I do think I'm gonna try and make a reasonably decent landing. Because if I do, then maybe I'll be able to land properly even though my tires blow out. That's basically how I feel about this. And what I do plan on doing, since all 3 tires are wearing out here, if only one breaks, I plan on just fixing that one and then moving on to the next flight and have the other tires break on me too. If all 3 break at the same time, and so be it. But if we're lucky, we might get like 3 failed landings out of this. I do expect though to have to rebuild a bunch of other stuff on the airplane, like the engine. I do expect the prop to hit ground, all those types of things. Yeah, we are definitely west of the localizer. Oh, there's the airfield. Vicksburg, Tallulah Regional. Select a runway landing, runway 36. Announce full stop landing. Announce position.
Victor, Romeo traffic. Cessna, November 905, Charlie Sierra is 8 miles south 2000, inbound to land, runway 36. Kilo Tango Victor, Romeo.
So here is more bridge action. There's some of those factories that we saw earlier. I think we'll have to check out more of those refineries and stuff in the next episode. And here is what is, yeah, it is a enhanced airport by Urbex. I can see some extra buildings, which is fun. So I can see 1 light and 3 reds already. I think it's time we lose some speed if we want to put this down on the ground. Turn on the landing lights, fuel pump. We can push out some flaps. And I think set the trim, very nice. Glide at about 80 knots. somewhere on this area here. Think we can report final at this stage.
Kilo Tango Victor Romeo.
Turn on taxi lights.
November 995 Charlie Sierra is on final runway 36 to land. Kilo Tango Victor Romeo.
It's actually a little bit of wind happening here. When we listened to the weather report, it was telling me the wind was coming directly from the north. I look at the GTN here, I can see it's coming in from the right. Maybe it will come in directly from the north once we get closer to the runway. Who knows? We're coming in over the highway. It's kind of neat. And power line.
$500.
A little high. Just gonna dump the power a little bit here to get us down on track. Also a little fast, so no problem. We got that covered. 3 red, 1 in white. 80 knots. Let's maintain the speed. Quite heavy. Oh, we're correcting here now, and here we go. Kiss it gently down. Oh, that's quite a nice landing. I wonder if there's another turn off here, if it's just the one. Oh, here's another taxiway. Yeah. I thought that was odd. If there'd be only one. I can turn the beacon back on and the nav and strobe can come off. Oh, the tires seem to have held together nicely. Beautiful. And I love these little freeware airports. They really add so much to the whole experience. I mean, compare this to where we took off from. Where we took off from is just could have been anywhere. You know, it's a hangar with people in it. Maybe we should pull into a hangar actually, that could be kind of cool. Or should we stop over there by Bill and Dave? The fuel truckers. Beautiful day here in. I don't know where we are actually. I thought we were gonna go to Mississippi, but I think it's the other side of the river, so we should be in either we're in Arkansas or we're in Louisiana, but I think we might be in Arkansas actually. I'll find out. this will go into the hangar. Past the Bonanza here. Next to the lady with the tie-dye shirt who's smoking, and the guy in a tuxedo. That's oh, that is a very weird bunch of people to be finding in a hangar. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay. That's too funny, man. That is too funny. Check that out. Check out James Bond here and his crazy, absolutely no taste girlfriend. Wow. That is ridiculous. It's like the most stylish man and the least stylish woman in one hangar at the same time. And she's smoking, which is I don't think normal. Okay. That's pretty great. Anyways, let's check out the hangar and see how our tires are doing. Yeah, same as before. Well, we'll see you next time, guys. Thanks for watching, and if you like what you see, leave a comment or subscribe. Okay, talk to you later. Bye bye.